Now John, connect to Jade. Ah, there she is, all tuckered out. You wonder what she is dreaming about. Surely something adorable. Anyway, guess it's time to get down to business and save her life. You prepare to initiate an uninterrupted sequence of life-saving events. Okay, John, deploy! Huh?
Sweet catch!
Nana, what the heck?
John, you remind me so much of your father when he was your age. He was just as easily bested by this crafty old pranksters.
Really?
Yes, it would be many years before he would take the gambit in an exchange with your Nana.
But, Nana, did you know he's not really my dad? And also, I'm not technically your grandson. You're actually sort of my mother.
Of course I knew this, John. I have known for many years. I have also known that, in a sense, you are my father as well. You were the one to push all those buttons, after all.
Huh? Oh yeah. Don't you find it all a little strange?
John, I am the ghost of an old lady with one arm who is dressed like a clown. Why would that seem strange to me?
Where have you been, Nana? I've been looking all over for you.
I have been looking for you too, dear.
You have?
Yes, it seems you have been rising through the rungs of your ladder quite swiftly.
Yeah. Now I'm an ectobiblio... Shit. Oops, sorry. Ectobia-blow-babby-sitter. Damn it, you know what I mean.
Yes, that is quite high. You have climbed so much faster than I did in my youth. I am so proud of you.
Thanks.
You should have returned sooner. I could have given you this boon at a much lower rung.
Boon?
Here, John, take this.
Okay, what is it?
You can use it to summon me wherever you go. Now we needn't endure these long spells without a good visit.
Oh, cool. That's great.
And now, the most important question of all. When was the last time you have eaten anything, young man?
Huh. I guess it has been a good while. I've been snacking on Gushers a whole lot. Blah. Never realized how terrible they were, actually.
That is completely unacceptable. I will prepare you a healthy home-cooked meal while you relax in your ghost bed and rescue your paradox sister.
Oh boy!
What would you like? Name what your heart desires. I will use my spooky ghost powers to make it.
Wow.
Why, John, do you hear that sound?
No.
It sounds as if your meal is nearly finished.
Really? Already?
Rose, get hassled. These chumps just won't quit hounding you. It's like they heard somebody over here was handing out asses, and they've known nothing but years of bitter ass famine. Rose, answer Eridan.
Who are you trying to convince with this ludicrous poppycock?
Huh?
Magic is not real! Well, whatever you're doing, it's not real. It's something else outright entirely. It's fancy and impressive and all, but it's not the fucking figmental storybook claptrap you will want to make out like it is. So how about you get off your high sky horse?
Why do you keep addressing me as if I'm some sort of spokesperson for the reality of magic? You can't needle me into a defensive posture on the subject. I just don't care.
You're not using magic! Just deal with it!
Fine. You win. These are science wands. I am a charlatan.
Okay, I didn't say that. I think you wear the role pretty well, which is something I can appreciate. There's a lot of show-a-womanship that's put into coming off as a diabolical sort.
Thanks for the insinuation that I'm making an effort to project myself as a cartoon villain. What a compliment.
Well, fine. You don't have to behave villainous if you're bent up on acting against the grain of your nobility or some such. I can play that role. It's not like I ever didn't get my gills dirty before.
Nobility? What are you talking about?
Well, aren't you?
No. What gave you that idea?
The way you... Okay. I had a misconclusion about that, so my fault. Obviously, you got rich blood, so maybe when you crash-landed, you weren't recognized for it by whatever vehicle upholds the class structure in human society.
That is exactly what happened. You figured it out.
Must have been fucking brutal raising up a common blood when you knew you were better than everybody, and it's probably got you all messed up inside. But maybe there's hope for you. See, I got a lot of experience being nobility, so I'll let you know if you got a shot in hell at cutting it, Pink Scarf. Fake mage Pink Scarf. How does that sound?
You're a complete idiot.
See? This is good. I think this could be a good thing.
What?
This thing we got going. You obviously hate me, and I think I got it in me to get the dark propensities smoldering. And we are both obviously dangerous elites in nature. I think there's something there. I mean, look at how you even came into the world.
And how was that?
Killed a fucking fuck ton of marine life accidental. Doing that's all I ever done, practically. The ocean was my killing cauldron.
Accidentally? Or on purpose?
See? You're good with fish puns, too! I got so many of those, you have no idea. I just think there's a fate thing here. I mean, I don't mean to strike you as too forward such, but are you seeing where I'm going with this?
Oh, right. Alien romance. I forgot. Pass!
Look, I understand you don't understand that kind of thing in your culture. I get that. But maybe I could teach you to get it.
That's really sweet of you to offer.
Yeah, and in return, maybe you could teach me how to bullshit magic like that.
You want to learn magic?
Yes. Teach me your secrets, witch.
Sure, let's begin. Consider this your first lesson in showmanship.
Rose, answer Aradia.
What do you think you're doing? Just stop! Stop! Maybe if I say stop enough, something else will happen instead of the thing that does.
Hi.
You aren't going to stop, are you?
Do you want me to stop using magic too?
No, I don't care about that. It's your quest to tear your session apart. I know it's exciting, breaking stuff and not worrying about it, but there are consequences to humoring your destructive impulses. And consequences to following what they say.
Who?
You know who.
You sound frustrated. Like you know you can't change my mind. I presume your future footage of me has already verified this?
I don't even need to watch your future actions to know this. The knowing is the same as this elusive feeling of sickness that's been with me for years. Probably since before I died. Come to think of it, it was always a big setup.
You died? Revived via dream self, I take it?
No, I never had one. Sort of a special case here. I just wish, back when I was behaving recklessly, I had someone to tell me to stop listening. Even if I ended up ignoring their advice, it would have been nice.
What did they tell you?
I was assured I would be saving my race, which is still maybe true, I don't know. But if it is, then it would be the punchline to the vast joke.
Is that anything like the ultimate riddle?
You really don't understand anything yet, do you? And yet you bug and fuss and meddle with things more dangerous than you can imagine. What do you want with the source of the First Guardians? What good do you really think could come of it?
Do you know about it? The sun.
You can't possibly wield its energy or put it to constructive use.
That isn't exactly my plan.
You won't find it either. It's impossible.
How do you know that? Could you please share your information with me?
No, you still haven't gathered that you're the problem. I'm through with consciously contributing to inevitable outcomes.
Well, aren't you doing that regardless, right now?
Obviously, but I'm just talking. Maybe the things I will say will indirectly trigger your critical actions. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe if I behave in a manner so random, Paradox Space won't know how to handle it. Blah, bloop, bleep, blah. Didn't see that one coming, did you, Space? Plus sign, question mark. asterisk, rand, parentheses 413, upper sign, 612, parentheses. Oh, look, and now I suddenly refuse to type zeros in my sentences. Isn't that crazy? Who thought that was even a possibility? You slick never would have imagined that little vestibule of probability was tucked somewhere in his huge glistening glow sack. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Will you look at that? I just controlled the ribbons and I did it deliberately! Oh wow, I'm sure you were just being facetious with that, but you have no idea how funny that is right now. You had no way of knowing that's the thing I do all the time, but with zeros. This is great! I think I'm onto something here. Maybe if I dig deep enough into my circuitry and reroute all of my reserve power through my quantum-based random number generator, I can produce behavior so completely off the wall that Paradox Space will have no choice but to change everything.
You have circuitry?
Maybe I will also rig my power source to the outcome and function and randomly blow myself up. That would be just really random. Where equals some number drawn quite at random from one of your absurd human hats. M-O-D-N-A-R. Goodbye, Rose. Enjoy your rampant indiscretions. Talk to you later, assuming I haven't randomly blown myself up.
Wait, don't go! You were actually interesting.
Aradia, randomly explode. You failed to randomly explode. Of course you were just venting about all that. Why would you blow yourself up on account of that silly conversation? What rational reason could you possibly have to blow yourself up, or explode from any cause for that matter, now or at any point in the near future? It just makes no sense.
Rose, answer Nepeta.
Yes?
Hey.
Why, whatever could you want? What could it be? I'm completely confounded.
Sorry to bother you again.
Is what?
He available?
Who? What is the name of this mystery fellow you seek?
You're just teasing me now. I feel bad about bugging you about it, but do you think you could perhaps please spare a computer for just the most fleeting of moments? I miss Pounce a lot, and talking to him reminds me of her. Sorry for the hassle.
It's okay. I understand. I think I have a more permanent solution. I mean, permanent.
Yay!
Rose, summon mystery fellow. Rose, give Davesprite your laptop. You won't need it anymore. It has served you well. You suppose there are a lot of things you've outgrown, now that you think about it.
Hi, Jaspers.
Hi, Rose.
Jaspers, I am releasing you now. You're free to go do as you please.
Really, Rose? Okay, if that's what you want, I will go do that. Oh, Rose, did you get to do any of the things that are important to your quest that I said? Did you learn to play the rain, Rose?
Not yet, Jaspers. It's a little complicated, but I believe I've embarked on another quest, one which surpasses the scope of the objectives local to this planet.
Meow. What?
I'm saying there's something more important to accomplish now, something more important than creating a universe.
Oh, that's okay, Rose. I wouldn't want you to feel obligated to do that. I just think winning this game and getting the prize is up to you and your friends. You get to decide whether or not you feel it's right to do that and what kind of prize you want to make. It's part of becoming who you're supposed to become, I think. But I really think you should consider going on the quest I said anyway.
Why?
Because it's not just an important thing to do with the game. I don't know. I hope I'm not being too pushy, Rose. It's not my place to be in. I'm just your cat. But the thing that made me how I am now seems to really want me to say this to you. Your quest is really important for you to do. Not really because that's how you get the prize, but because it's what you need to do for yourself.
I see. I promise I will consider it seriously then.
Oh, good. I love you, Rose. I always have, even when you were a little girl and I was an alive cat.
Thanks, Jaspers. That's nice to hear. It's hard to remember, but I'm pretty sure I felt the same way back then.
It was fun getting to be your cat again, Rose, even if it was just for a little while and also while being a princess ghost. Bye, Rose.
See you, Jaspers. If you see my mother in the course of your travels, tell her I said hello.
Okay, I will do that.
Dave, get hassled. Jumps as far as the eye can see. They are lining up for the sick fires. Your gaping furnace is hungry for more coal, and they are poised to get goddamn shoveling. Dave, answer Gamzee.
Aight, my pinkest of motherfucking star monkeys. Are you ready to get the horns you don't have confiscated, or like the motherfucking honker band they are, being all illicit as the vast joke itself, and then handed that right back to you?
What?
See, bro, this is how I roll. I supply the horns toward you, metaphorically speaking. See, like, that's kind of a troll metaphor. You getting your horns all handed to you, if you peeps were anatomically were such to be like that. Doing that's to mean like, you got motherfucking sassed out, as in trolled. But bro, when I tell that noise at you, I'm doing like double metaphor all the way across sky. Because my horns I'm all about are these funny little honk horns instead of head horns. Like what does clowns use? And when I'm all to invite you to get a little motherfucking squeeze on, it'll be a down in, straight flat, board-sided miracle if you don't get scared. Shit 10 clown cars. That's how we play the motherfucking game. Honk honk.
Oh god, that's right. You were the best troll. I remember now.
Whoa. I was?
Yeah, I mean, in the most ironic and hilarious ways possible. But that really shouldn't even need to be said.
Shit, I must have got to not remembering this somehow.
It was months ago for me. You did your bizarrely oblivious juggalo thing, then bitched and moaned at me for ruining your religion or some horse shit. Like, I guess a weird crisis in faith, I don't know. And then you kinda got over that, I guess, and we both proceeded to have one of the best rap-offs in the history of Paradox Space. Remember?
Oh, motherfuck. No. I most assuredly would get my remember on for a bitch tits time had like that. My mind's not all that sharp now, though. It's been ages since I had a good pie.
Could be time shit. You might not have had that conversation yet.
Dog, I don't know that I'm at a place to even contemplate for entertaining that kind of thing. I don't get time. I wasn't the dude of time. I was the motherfucking bard of... Fuck. I forgot.
Do you remember if you watched any videos from Earth that I might have sent?
No.
Dude, I was telling you gotta check this out. Trust me, it'll lift your spirits. Shit will all make sense to you finally. You'll finally figure out who you are and why you worship all this ridiculous clown bullshit.
Oh man, this sounds amazing. I can't see how I wouldn't be all kicking the wicked shit out of such kinds of opportunities.
And also why your planet has Fago for some baffling reason? Actually, no, never mind, it doesn't explain that. That still makes no damn sense. But like, the thing you're looking for, your dark clownish salvation or whatever the fuck, your mirthful messiahs? I can't even type that without laughing my ass off. Anyway, they're here, dude. Check it out.
Gamzee, watch.
We got a theory. You see, Mike, we got a theory about magic and miracles. That's right. That's right. If magic is all we've ever known, then it's easy to miss what really goes on. But I've seen miracles in every way, and I see
This
every day.
This is motherfucking blasphemy!
Gamzee, engage hero mode!
This is completely pointless.
Now, Dave, answer Equius.
I am attempting to determine what it is that ranks humans in their class structure. I'd assumed the color of your blood would serve as the basis for placement in the hierarchy, as would be expected and natural, but I was mistaken. I was similarly in error believing the color of what you type corresponds with the color of your blood.
It does, bro. My blood's red.
Well, obviously, I understand that now. I'm not a fool.
On Earth, class is sorted out by who can drop the most delirious flow.
I see. So, in other words, a sort of bloodletting ritual to assess whose pulse is steadiest and thus whose flow is the most strong.
No. Well, yeah. Verbal pulse. Rap battles. The kings of Wertek ascend to godhood and look down on us patriarchally like urban watermarks in the sky. This is like our religion, man. It's fucking serious business. It's like what our whole culture revolves around.
Really? So your social echelons are dictated by the noble art form of the ancient slam poets, or the Earth equivalent?
Yeah, well, it used to be dictated till the rap-pocalypse happened. I still believe, though, in my heart, so long as it keeps thumping the righteous beat, subwoofing out devotion every which way, that he will come. Our savior was foretold he'd come after meteors show up to drop it like it's hot, and he'd gather up the ashes of our civilization and lift it like it's heavy. Fuck. I'm tearing up. My eye shades are gonna fry.
I believe that this is probably nonsense. I've already been hornswoggled repeatedly by your comrades who I quite reasonably mistook for your superiors in bloodline. Your race makes a habit of deception and I will not tolerate it. You will stop. I command that all verbal misdirection and hoofbeast play will cease during my communications. Is that understood?
Douche.
Did I say something entertaining?
If you're gonna spit that kind of bravado at me, I'm just saying, put it in rhyme. Let's hear what you got, Toolie McSnoothole.
I try to stay engaged with many aristocratic practices, but I'm not much of a poet.
Come on.
My poems are private.
Whatever, dude. Deprivatize them.
If you're prepared to be particularly forceful about it, I may be suitably disgusted to comply.
Just take whatever's in there. That bro rage lust you're feeling? Turn that bitch inside out like a broke-ass millionaire's pockets.
Yes, those are the sorts of assertive statements which could get me flowing.
Alright, weird, but alright. You sound wound up, but my gears are airtight. Steer clear of the seer and the night. If you're scared of unfair fights, you'll drop with the staircase impaired. Seeing them spared's a fair, fucking rare sight. For poor eyes like that millionaire whose pockets I mocked earlier, he's paradoxically me, but richer and surlier. Broke as his sword before his stock pick skyrocketed, worth more than all the chests lock-picked and gold crock bricks and boonbucks I pickpocketed. Filling folios with millions I'm milking to pad out my pockets, more chock full than sad Trollian villains clogging my block lists. So thoughtful to populate my slate with propositions to copulate to a spate of homoerotic hot picks, which I posit you got shit of that nature in spades, as my shades got you locked in, spying a guy who's eyed more cocks and dicks than I got clocks and they got ticks.
Just a thought. Let's mock a topic with less awfulness. If you'd use the excuse to be less culturally myopic, what are your views on abuse to the walking apocrypha? Would you choose, if duly cued, to put your bruising clop to a flock of naughty robotics?
Wow, yes. Don't really understand that, but yes. Okay, hold that thought. I'm gonna pull this fucking sword out of the thing.
Dave, pull sword out of thing.
Perhaps it's that it's martial tactics that matter for status unless you redact this. I'd hazard in practice that it's a glass of what's lactic that would impact this. Pragmatic to presume, a human metric for grandness stands on fondness and honest, for wanton aplomb with strapping song smithing, ripping sonnets of strongness.
Yeah, still no clue what this shit means, but keep going.
But perhaps, To divine class divides and unclassified swine is butchering time. Your fauna I find requires too little strength to savage and rhyme. I fear inferiors have monopolized my highest priorities. Let's eschew crude inferiors, pursue nude superiorities, review zoological peculiarities, great stalking enormities, flexing in unison, baying at moons within fraternal sororities.
Holy shit. What?
Great muscle beasts tussle, buxom and heft, with thunderous muscle, buttock to speck.
What the fuck?
Connect blows to discover how invincible pecs are. Venture low to uncover his inimitable nectar.
Oh god. Okay, stop.
Should song serve to placate one, and fortune holds he lactates some. Strong hands tugging teat makes great ambrosia collectors.
Jesus, okay, maybe you're actually the worst troll. I'm thinking none of that was actually ironic. That was all pretty straight up, wasn't it?
What do you mean? Are you ordering me to conceal my poems again?
Never mind. God damn it. Fucking piece of shit sword won't goddamn budge. Probably useless anyway.
It looks to be a legendary weapon.
It's a legendary piece of shit.
Giving up on the treasure so easily? It strikes me as an artifact rooted in universal lore of nobility. As valuable an asset as strength is, and as much as anyone with his wits is fond of being strong, such weapons require finesse to operate. And surely in this case, to retrieve without damaging. Hence your no doubt frustrating restraint.
Okay, I'm kinda starting to wonder why you're bugging me now. You're a fucking creepy dude.
Excessive force will shatter such weapons. We both know this from experience.
What?
The adult human who trained you, and taught you the ways of being strong, remember?
You mean the guy who spent years beating my ass down with a puppet? Yeah, I remember.
Yes, and now, being learned in the ways of strongness, you, like myself, are unfortunately limited to the weaponry you may wield. Ironically, the training which has ennobled you beyond others has made instruments of high blood brittle in your hands. Hence the state of your favored weapon hobbling your specibus. I know what this is like.
Man, I'm not that strong, okay? Just because I broke a cheap-ass sword doesn't make me the fucking Hulk.
Oh.
What'd you go around breaking a bunch of swords too?
No. Bows.
How the fuck do you even wield a broken bow? Did you go around clubbing shit with the two halves?
Yes. Sometimes. What are you doing?
What's it look like?
Careful about succumbing to these sorts of destructive urges. Addiction is a powerful thing.
So am I. Bow down before your new king, bitch.
Legendary piece of shit.
I think I need something to dry myself off with.
Aqueous, dry off.
Dave, take legendary piece of shit. Dave, answer to Resi.
Dave, great news. I found a drawing tablet. Do you know what that means, Dave? Do you know what that means we can get?
Please don't say this party started. Please don't say this party started.
This party started!
God, everything is about parties with you.
Dave, there is nothing even close to being better than parties, come on.
Okay, let's see some fine art then.
Why, it just so happens I have a fresh masterpiece for you, hot off the canvas and onto your computer glasses, where it will sizzle your eyeballs. Duh, feeling pretty cool and tired. I guess I'll go sleep arbitrarily here, herp herp. Totally no reason to ever take off my shades ever. Oops, I don't use shout pulls, I forgot. I am all but unresponsive to the most senseless of awesome girl drubbings. Shh. Only dreams now.
Okay, that is every bit as shitty as all your other drawings.
Shut up! I'm still sort of getting the hang of this thing. I will get better.
I like it though. You don't gotta improve. Art skills are overrated.
Thanks, Dave.
It's kind of weird though. What the hell is actually going on here? Does this mean something?
Yes. This is the comic representation of the next leg of your wonderful journey. You know, the one that I'm helping you with every step of the way.
Yeah, but why?
I already explained this to you, Dave. The cool kid has to be the best, and I have to make him the best.
Alright, but, I mean, even if that made sense, which it kind of doesn't, Carcat was saying how it was all a game and you're just flirting and stuff. And that we should quit it because he doesn't want you in my grill or me in yours or whatever.
Oh, is that what he said? I wonder if he could reek of jealousy any more pungently.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought too. And really, if we got no other reason to keep rolling with it, at least there's that one, to piss him off.
Well, what do you think, Dave? Am I in your human grill?
I'm not saying I know for sure, but it seems to me like my grill is your goddamn prison. You are practically incarcerated in that fucker, doing hard time on a bed of charcoal and lighter fluid, privy to what I flame broil from below. What I'm saying is, you got a front row seat to the brown side of my burger. How's it smell, by the way?
It smells like delicious burning animals.
Yeah, I thought so. So, is that what's going on?
What?
Is this some weird game involving flirtations and assassinations or whatever?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Sheesh, you and him are alike in some ways, really blunt and literal-minded. And frankly, just a little bit tactless when it comes to managing the ladies. He always had to know exactly what the deal was and exactly what my motivations were and what everything meant and blah blah blah. It takes the fun out of everything.
That's pretty much the most insulting thing possible, to say I'm anything like that raving gulf of shit.
Well, okay, I'm sort of exaggerating, but really some similarities are there. It's just your issues are cooler, less ridiculous and tragic.
Issues? What are you talking about?
Well, for instance, Carcat was always tormented by his past and future selves and their mistakes, literally tormented by them in these absurd schizophrenic memos. It was ideal fuel for his self-loathing. He became obsessed with himself as an elusive adversary, rather than just being himself in the moment and realizing who he was supposed to be, and waking up.
Wow, okay, what does that have to do with me?
Nothing in a literal sense, but I've observed you, Dave. You're always getting bailed out of jams, at first by your bro, and then by your own future selves. Even future Davesprite gets in on the act of showing up poor old present Dave. When does present Dave get to step out of the shadow of all those future Daves? When does he get to be the hero? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I guess maybe when I become future me?
That's exactly what Carcat used to say. It was always the answer.
Fuck, who cares? Like I even give a shit about being a hero, whatever that even means. I'm not seeing the problem here. Future me is awesome. He can bail me out if he wants.
Yes, exactly. Because you're cool about your problem, instead of acting like a silly little pupa. But don't worry, one day you will get to take your turn as hero, and one day you will take off those dumb glasses and let me get a sniff at your eyes.
Not gonna happen.
Come on! I only got a little whiff at them. When you are a tiny little wiggler with arms and legs sitting in a crater on that sad horse you ate. They were pretty. It is so selfish of you to keep them covered up. And the lame secrecy surrounding it is once again reminding me of a certain you-know-who.
Hey, look at this change of subject going down. About this comic. Are you saying I'm about to fall asleep?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know, maybe you were really tired. You just dropped suddenly and swiftly like an executed felon facing nappy justice.
I don't feel tired. Could be a rose waking me up again. Bonging me with yarn or some shit.
Oh?
Can you see in my dreams?
No.
Too bad. Last time I promised Rose I'd take off my shades and look in the sky for some reason. You're gonna miss a hell of a show.
Blah! Most awful cool kid.
So I guess I have to summon Davesprite too.
Yes.
Why's that?
Why do you think? To bail your stubborn spectacled butt out of trouble again.
Huh. Okay.
When you are asleep, soon a horde of very powerful monsters will emerge from the ruin to defend the treasure you have stolen. Or did you think you were going to waltz out of here with that cool legendary sword and face no consequences?
Yeah, kinda. Didn't think this useless horse shit was boss-grade loot, to be honest.
Well, it is. Now release Mr. Orange Creamsicle's stat, and have dreams as sweet as he tastes.
Okay, see ya.
Dave, summon Davesprite.
Sup? Hey. Oh, looks like you got Khalid Volk. You found that pretty fast. Is that how you pronounce that? Yeah, I guess so. I think it's Welsh. What are Welsh things doing in this game? That's an awesome question. Fuck yeah, it is. Is this thing as pointless as I think it is, or do I need it for something? Tactically, yeah, it's a downgrade since it's what I use to make Khalid Scratch, which is obviously way better. Yeah, that's what I figured. Khalid Scratch cycles the sword through its own timeline to points where it's broken or non-broken or old and rusted or recently forged, etc. And your Snoop Snowcone sword is probably even better than that, so yeah, you got options. Fuck it, I'll just power through the rest of the game with the sword. With Unreal Air as a mount fit for a true artifact knight. Yeah, goddamn JPEG hero right here. Did that shit ever land or what? Dude, it's long gone, up in Skya now or something, thrashing ill grinds on the clouds. Fuck. Top priority, make more. That's an order from your celestial fucking spirit guide. Yeah, you got it. So, why wasn't this legendary piece of shit in the Sylladex you gave me? Did you chuck it after you alchemized it? Should I just chuck it too? It was stolen by one of Hephaestus' minions. He's the denizen, right? Yeah, Lord of the Forge. Isn't that like a Greek god or Roman or whatever? What is Greco-Roman shit doing in here? You know what? Never mind. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, he gets pissed off you broke it, and he wants it back to do something important with it, though not really sure what. He's a pretty ordinary dude. Kept raving about how he was waiting for the Forge to come, which he needs to complete his work. But in my timeline, the Forge would never come, so he was extra pissed off. What's the Forge? Volcano. Huh, you mean Jade's volcano. Yep. So, do you know this stuff because you're from the future, or because you're a sprite? Both. There's all sorts of stuff I suddenly knew about the game when I became this orange feathery asshole. So now you're like a wise feathery asshole. I'm fucking filthy with wisdom, it's sick. I mostly know about your personal quest, what used to be my quest, but I guess I gotta deal with not being Alpha Dave no more. Yeah, I guess. It's all good. Anyway, that sword, it's important to getting your shit figured out. You're supposed to break it to get it out of the thing, like another personal sort of mythological milestone you were supposed to clear. Really, there was no other way to get it out. That's kinda retarded. Well, I don't know. Maybe if John was to try with his pure heart and shit, it would've popped out like a champagne cork and fucking hero confetti would've blasted him in the face. But you, we had to break it. Okay. There's a lot more I know about your quest, all tangled up in ridiculous riddles and bullshit enigmas, and maybe it's all moot point anyway in this timeline. Who knows? But I think I'll spare you all that crap, because it's kind of boring, and you'll find out anyway. Yeah, that sounds about like something I'd do if I were you, which I am, so hey, apparently I'm about to fall asleep. Oh yeah, why? Bro's beckoning you again? Yeah, probably. Anyway, monsters will show up soon and try to eat my sleeping corpse. Yeah, they weren't too happy with my reckless Indiana Jones bullshit either. Yeah, so that's where you come in. I got your back, dude. Don't worry. Okay, guess I'll make myself comfortable here. When you wake up, I'll probably get going. What do you mean? I'll just sort of release myself, go do my own thing. After this, I don't think you'll need me. Seems like you've got the stable time loop thing figured out already. Which means you'll be alright. Future use will get you out of trouble. You're gonna live up to the responsibility of eventually becoming them. And by virtue of loop stability, it sort of means you can't technically fuck up anymore. But don't let that idea go to your head. It'll mess you up. Where will you go? Dunno. Fly around? Up away to the sun like a fucking piece of garbage. See if I can catch up with Bro, maybe. Elusive bastard. Oh yeah, where do you think he is? What happened to him in your timeline? Who knows? I completely lost track of him. That timeline and this one. Dude's fucking inscrutable, we both know that. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. Thanks, man.
Nap time.
Davesprite, defend.
Caw, motherfuckers.